Morning, friends. Welcome to the van. Yeah, check. Had a haircut. How's that? Anyway, what I want to talk about today is magistrates. And that magistrate in that case with Julius Malema, I just want to salute that onto you. Genuine. Well done, lady. Um, she showed guts. She had everyone against her. She's been labelled a racist, and I'm expecting that because he called her racist straight after the sentencing. I'm expecting she'll open a case of defamation, because you can't just call people racist anymore without proof. So I reckon that must be opened anyway. But you look at the case now that's ongoing with the cops, and how many witnesses have already been murdered, and you're dealing with mafia, and Malema is no exception. He's mafia. They're all mafia. All the top politicians are mafia, and you're pushing against a system that is very violent and very aggressive and very dangerous. And she still stood her ground, and she went through and she did exactly what the law said she must do. People are complaining about the term, that he was given 5 years is too long and blah blah fish paste. The concurrent thing was pretty good, I thought. What you got to understand is he fired a weapon, an automatic, semi-automatic weapon, over a crowd of people. Number one, if any of you have ever fired a semi-automatic weapon and you don't know exactly how that gun works, or you're not experienced enough in it, and then you can easily lose control of that firearm, and it can shoot anywhere. And if you shooting like that, semi-automatic at a rapid fire, that he could have easily killed multiple people that day, or injured, maimed, whatever. So that the danger is very high. Secondly, those bullets are going up in the air. What goes up must come down. Let's not be stupid, people. Somebody is going to get hurt when those bullets come down. Wherever they come down, and no one's going to even know. They're going to get killed somewhere in the bush, somewhere, or somewhere in town. They're walking, next thing there's a bullet in them. A friend of mine was sitting at a bra one night, New Year's Eve, and she was standing outside by the bra, and next thing she thought it was fireworks. It hit her in the leg. It was a 9 mil round that hit her in the leg. Somebody had fired it into the air, and it came back down, smacked her in the leg. So that could have killed her easily. So the risk is there, and yes, he should have been charged, and everything worked out perfectly. What I'm sickened about was the threatening afterwards, and calling her a racist, and so on. She's doing her job, and he's a lawmaker. That's his profession. He's a lawmaker, and he's breaking the laws that he's making. So it's a case of do as I say, don't do as I do. And that's why he should have been. It should have been even harder on him. She was even lenient on him. She's given him leave to appeal the sentence, not the conviction, but the sentence. So I think she's very fair, and he knows that. Obviously, he wants to get off scot free. But what I see him doing, remember a couple of years ago, Jacob Zuma got involved in all. He was not in good public standing, public eye. People didn't even like seeing him around because of the corruption trial and everything. But what happened was he became familiar in people's faces, and he started winning them over because of the way he was handling the trial. Now I see the same thing happening here. Julius is using that same um, trial and the same sort of exposure on to gain recognition and sort of gain favor, because his party is on the decline. It's falling. We all know that party's on its way down. So that is a very valid threat, and it's a worry because 80% of South Africa don't care about law, and they don't care about a criminal. They'll still vote a criminal in. We've seen it time and time again, and that's why we have such a huge crime problem in this country. It's because they don't care about crime. They keep bitching and moaning about women and children and the violence against women and children, but they're voting in people that are breaking the law. I mean, come on, man! And then you cry about crime. So anyway, I salute that auntie. I think she did very well. Well done. That it was a feather in the cap for our judicial system. It's still flawed because he's now appealed it. So what he's going to try and do is get that sentence down to, I think it's less than 12 months Any lawyers out there, please let me know. If he gets it less than 12 months, then Parliament still ignores it and he can carry on in Parliament, even though he's got a conviction against him. If it's more than 12 months, I think then he's not allowed to be in Parliament anymore, something like that. So he won't see the inside of a cell until the end of the appeal. If the appeal goes successfully, he'll never see the inside of a cell. So yeah, this thing seems to me almost like it's a farce. It's a marketing ploy for his party. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Yeah, that's my 2 cents for today.